everyone, it's me, Demetra K of the Demetra K Show here on YouTube, and a proud contributor of the African Diaspora News Channel, and a proud contributor of the African Diaspora News Insider. If you haven't already, could you please subscribe to all channels and most definitely like this video. So just the other day, we learned that there's a school in Ogden, Utah, like surprise, right? Some parents there want to have their children opt out of Black History Studies, right? Because we know that we're in the beginning of Black History Month that is designated for Black people here in America, right? So it was created by Carter G. Woodson to allow people to learn about the plight, I guess if you will, and the history of Black people here in America. All right, and so, again, those parents do not want their children to learn about Black people and their history. Okay, and so the director there at Maria Montessori Academy, Micah Hirukawa, say that 3 times, right? He said the following: "We should not shield our children from the history of our nation, the mistreatment of its African American citizens, and the bravery of civil rights leaders, but should educate them about it." Adding that the parent's request saddens him and disappoints him. All right, I mean, yeah, I guess it's saddening and disappointing on some levels, depending on who you ask. Now, it should also be said that the presidents of the NAACP, the local and state chapter, got involved too. Now, the president of the Ogden chapter says, "We at the Ogden NAACP are disappointed to hear about the decision made by the Maria Montessori Academy to allow students to opt out of learning about and participating in Black History Month. Given the circumstances, or actually the current tumultuous state of race relations in our country, it is now more vital than ever that children are given ample opportunities to learn the authentic history of our nation, not sanitized, quote unquote, feel-good versions." Okay? And then, now this one has a little bit more spice to it. This one came from the president of the Salt Lake City chapter. And she says, if they want to opt out, then perhaps the best thing they should do is homeschool their children. Okay? All right. And so, this is my take on it. Why do we get wrapped up into what other people want to teach their children? Now, it should also be said that at Maria Montessori School there in Ogden, Utah, out of 322 students, because it's an elementary and a middle school, only 3 of the students are Black. Why are we getting that upset and wrapped up into them not wanting their white kids, or students rather, to learn about our history? And you know the cold part about it is, a lot of us are more upset about the white kids not learning about our history than we are about not teaching our own kids about our history. How many times have we heard parents say, especially Black parents, "Oh, well, you know, I don't understand why they don't teach my kid about this person, that person. They don't teach the Black history, right?" Well, who cares? Teach Black history from your home. Don't depend on the white school system to educate your children. But I'm just like blown away that we get so angry and upset about what other people want to learn. Do you really care if they want to learn that? And so what if they go to school and learn about Black history? The real question is, what are they learning at home? That's what should be more concerning to anybody. We know that children, especially white children, they learn to be racist at home. And so they're going to come to school and do what? Learn that, you know, George Washington Carver, he made some peanut butter. I mean, that's not going to stop them from being racist. They are who they are. And if their parents don't want them to learn about our Black history, there's nothing we can do about it. So what? We should be more concerned about our Black children learning about our Black history. Now, it should also be said that there has been a reversal in the decision, and the director there says, okay, well, we are going to insist that the students do learn about Black history, nobody is going to be allowed to opt out of the studies after all. And so they also released a statement in regards to Black history, the learning there, on their website after it got so much national attention. And they said the following: the Maria Montessori Academy Board of Directors and the school director have one primary goal: providing a quality and equitable education to all of our students. Celebrating Black History Month is a part of our tradition. We regret that after receiving requests, an opt-out form was sent out concerning activities planned during this month of celebration. We are grateful that families that initially had questions and concerns have willingly come to the table to resolve any differences, and at this time, no families are opting out of our planned activities, and we have removed this option. In the future, we will handle all parental concerns on an individual basis. We are excited to celebrate the rich content of Black History Month at our school. And I'm like, yeah, right. Because, you know, the pressure of the nation and people who are upset about it, I'm sure it got to them. And, you know, they didn't want to be pinpointed for being racist. I mean, you know, I'm like, own it. If you don't want your children to learn about Black people, own it and whatever, move on. But come on, Black people, we got bigger fish to fry than to be running around getting mad because white people don't want to learn about us. How about we learn about us? Okay? How about we learn about us? And so that way, when we do send our children to these racist institutions, our children will be able to say, wait a minute now, that's not what my mom and dad told me at home. Because I often tell the story of when I sent my daughter to school. You know, it was parent-teacher night, and I happened to be thumbing through her history book, and right there, it was the first paragraph about slavery says, you know, during slavery, the master would often get out in the field and work with his slaves, and on Sundays, they got a chance to rest, and they ate great food. The master felt them well. And so I was like, huh? I immediately took my daughter and that textbook up to the teacher, and I showed her where I was concerned. Because again, I'm not expecting them to teach my daughter about who she is and where she came from. But what I did not want is for them to teach my daughter a lie. And so I had a conversation with the teacher about it, and I says, you know, if you're going to teach her about slavery, I would that you teach it the right way. But my daughter doesn't know this version of slavery. She knows it to be the horrible institution that it was. And so the teacher agreed, and she didn't teach that version of slavery to my child. But, you know, our children should be to the point to where if the school is teaching our children something about slavery or themselves that is inaccurate, they should be able to say, nah, that's a lie. Respectfully, but that's a lie. That is not the way it went down, and this is the way it went down. Like, our children should be at the point to where they're going to school to where they are educating, you know, people about who they are instead of being educated, especially by people who don't look like them. All right. And so for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to all channels, and you guys have a great day. Peace.